Hey everyone, we're here at the Australian premiere of The Last of Us Season 2, which is also the launch of Max in Australia. Let's head into the premiere and check it out.
And now, it's time for the premiere of Season 2 of The Last of Us.
How good does this theatre look? This theatre was nearly 100 years old. The art department have been here since Sunday morning doing this. It's unbelievable. They've worked so hard to make this a really, really, really special night. People have come from all over the world to be here. The cast have come from the States and stuff. People have come from Japan, across Asia, across Canada. Are you ready for this night, my friends? Let's bring out the man that pays bills. Please welcome the CEO and President of Global Streaming and Games for Warner Brothers Discovery, Perrette.
Thank you, Usher. I'm not sure you really came to see the guy who pays the bills. But that's a nice introduction. Anyway, good evening, everyone. It is so exciting to have you all join us for this special night. On behalf of Warner Brothers Discovery, CEO David Zaslav, and my partner on Max, Casey Blois, who runs and is the head of HBO and Max content, I want to welcome you all to this really celebration of the launch of Max in Australia. Audiences here have enjoyed for years the iconic original programming of HBO, Warner Brothers movies, Warner Brothers television productions, and Discovery content. And all this now sits in one place to fully enjoy, and that's Max. So to get to this point, though, required, needless to say, endless hours of work by so many people. So I want to just thank a few people, if you will. First of all of my friends and colleagues at Warner Brothers Discovery for their tireless efforts, especially the local teams, James Gibbons, Jason Montero, and Michael Brooks. All of our global teams around the world who helped to make sure the launch of Max was completely seamless on Monday. It really could not have gone any better thanks to an enormous amount of work from the team around the world. I also want to thank our partners, our long-standing partner here in Australia, Foxtel, as well as our new advertising. We might be here for a while if this keeps going. And our new advertising partner, Nine, for all their support as well. Talk about people who are helping to pay the bills. Foxtel and Nine, much appreciated. Look, as the launch campaign for Max says, all killer, no filler. And Max is truly the home of the best entertainment, where you can always expect the unexpected through extraordinary storytelling. It is what makes Max different. And I feel like I can say this in Australia, having been here a few days now. It is what we've come to say internally. It is a service that is defined by the oh shit moments. You don't need to look any further than a show being watched right now by tens of millions around the world. The White Lotus embodies exceptionalism and delivers numerous oh shit moments. Yes. And it's supported by amazing performances from the cast, assembled by its incredible creator, writer, and director, Mike White. With the season 3 finale only days away, so hopefully if you haven't watched the series yet, or if you're waiting for the finale, please go sign up to Max, and tell your friends to sign up to Max. I want to acknowledge some of the actors from the show who have joined us here tonight. Natasha Rothwell, Leslie Bibb, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and Morgana O'Reilly. We really appreciate you guys having made the journey with us to be here with us tonight. Now, turning to obviously the main event of the night. The Last of Us came out of the mind of Neil Druckmann when he wrote the acclaimed, award-winning, and hugely popular video game, which was released in 2013 and followed by The Last of Us Part 2 in 2020. Craig Mazin of HBO's award-winning Chernobyl, who was a fan and a player of the game, collaborated with Neil to bring the game to the screen. And just to give you a little bit of taste for how big The Last of Us has become, let me just share 2 statistics with you. The Last of Us was the largest season debut of an HBO original series ever in HBO's prolific 50-plus years. And the second thing is the anticipation is so large for season 2 that the trailer had over 158 million views when it was released, which shattered the record for the most viewed trailer ever in HBO or Max series history. So working alongside Craig and Neil, our executive producers Jacqueline Lesko and Cecil O'Connor, who are also here, and we've come all this way to join us along with many of our remarkable cast who will be introduced shortly. I want to congratulate all of them on the series' success and thank them for being here as well. Lastly, as I wrap it up with another and final thank you, in some ways, most importantly, to all our fans here in Australia and around the world, and to all of you who are here tonight. We're so appreciative of the enthusiasm for Max and are really looking forward over the months and years to come to entertaining millions of Australians as we move forward. Now, without further ado, I'll hand it back over to Usher to get to the heart of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Speaking of fans, there's so many people here tonight they had to open the 3rd balcony. Hey, everybody! Now the 2nd balcony is kind of more. How's the 2nd balcony tonight? It's pretty good. At the bottom here. We've got our chairs in order. We've got the microphones. We're ready to go. Are they back there? Are they back there? No, they're not. They're coming down the middle of you. Mazino and Ramsey. Everybody okay? You good?
Yep.
You're right? That's a lot of noise. It's loud up here, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's nice. How are you?
Yes, it's very loud. We're gonna whisper about how loud.
What's up, Australia?
Not a bad way to spend your afternoon on a Wednesday. Bella, we spoke a little bit outside, but how does it feel to be a part of a show that is loved by millions of people? But to be here on the other side of the planet, having people screaming out. As we were speaking outside, a truck went by and the guys are on the air horn when they see your face. How's that make you feel?
Pretty nice. I really like Australia and I think I might move here. It's a pleasure to be here and thank you everybody for coming and screaming and being so nice.
We get to see Ellie again here in season 2. She's changed a bit since season 1, hasn't she? What are the parts about the way that she changed that you particularly enjoyed?
She's a bit more Joel-like this season, which I enjoyed. I got to emulate Pedro a little bit, which was fun. She's a bit more of a hard ass, like Joel is.
Which must be difficult, because I've seen the way that you and Pedro get along. It must be hard to do that stuff when you're cranky at each other.
Yeah, it's not nice hating him, or being, not hating him. It's all in love, but she's just like a bit cold. Ellie's a bit cold to Joel, as you'll see. And it's a bit weird to play when you're like so in love with someone in real life.
Gabriel, I love your double-breasted suit so much. It is so good. Tell me, what's different about Tommy this season?
Well, he's got a lot more responsibility, which he doesn't really that doesn't really jive with Tommy ordinarily. He's a kind of loose and free-willing kind of person. When you meet him, he wants to joke, he wants to have fun, but at some point we all mature, we all take on our responsibilities, and we also take on the responsibility of being a father, and that's a really exciting aspect of this season, because it was something that you wait for in the games, but it's something that we established last year, that this is coming, it's going to change his whole life. And so yeah, so what you see is an older, wiser, still fun-loving version of Tommy Miller. Funkle, yeah.
Is it funkle?
Funkle.
That's a new word that I just learned. Kaitlyn, we're speaking of the games. What is the difference as an actor playing a character that we may have read about, or like someone in real life as you've done, versus playing a character that literally millions of other people have played and embodied and felt the emotion on the journey? What's the pressure like of that?
Oh, it's a ton of pressure. I was so nervous kind of stepping into the role of Abby. I felt like I really had some big shoes to fill, or boots rather. She wears some pretty big boots. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Like in the game, you get to play as Abby, you get to experience her life and really what she's gone through. So Kaitlyn, the actor, diving into that, I just really wanted to, get to the core of who Abby is, and it's a real honor. It's a big deal. It feels like a really big deal being the new kid here, but I feel very fortunate and lucky.
It's funny that you call yourself the new kid, but I guess you are.
A newbie, yeah.
Isabela, it's your first season too. What's it like to step onto the set of a show that has so much momentum?
Wait, what's up? What is it?
I think it's your door.
Hey, hola. Y soy Dina, okay? No door right now. I'm just so happy that I have Kaitlyn and Jeffrey and Gabe and Bella, but also Kaitlyn and Young specifically, because we're struggling and we're nervous together. And this is so weird right now, but also really cool and special because I'm getting to witness and experience it with you two. And yeah.
We've all seen the trailer. Everyone seen the trailer yet? There's some glimpses in the trailer as to what's in store for Dina. What does it mean for you to be a part of that kind of story arc in a show this big?
What specifically are you asking?
The stuff. Well, maybe there's a moment between Dina and Ellie. They're really well trained, aren't they? I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying here. They're getting to us nothing. I'm sorry.
No,
if only you knew the amount of enough to came back and forth.
10 minutes.
I'll
see it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's exciting. But yeah, we spoke a little bit outside. When you think about this show, what is it that you think makes The Last of Us a show that resonates so well around the world? Yeah.
So you're asking?
Yes, yes, of course. What is it that makes this show something that resonates so well with people all around the world? Why? What is it about this show?
Sorry. I think
No, what is it about this show?
That resonates around the world.
For everyone, answer for everyone.
Could you just ask everyone and then come back to me with an answer?
Just say it right into the mic.
Oh yeah. I think the show has, it's a vehicle for really good storytelling. The vehicle is this amazing world created by Neil that is elevated through the cinematic screenwriting process with Craig Mazin, and it has everything you would want in a cinematic experience. I think these past few days, a lot of people are asking to describe the show in a word or 2 or 3 words, and it's interchangeable. I mean, there's so much happening. Really great performances. I could go on and on.
How do you describe this in 2 or 3 words? That's a silly question. Jeffrey, can I ask, what were the things that made you want to be a part of the game when you were part of The Last of Us Part 2 of 2020? Were the things that made you want to be a part of the game that were the same that made you want to be a part of the TV show? Were they different?
Well,
there's a very simple thing that made me want to be part of the game. And the reason that I'm in the game and the reason that I'm here ultimately is because my son was a fan. And it was really that simple. People were like, well, why did you please get? I met Neil. He was a fan of Westworld. And he wanted to get together. He was in New York. We met up, I think initially over email, and hinted at maybe being part of the game, if I were curious. And then Hallie Gross, who's a writer for the show, was a writer for Westworld. She was kind of nudging me, and then Shannon Woodward, who was an actor on Westworld, was in the game as well.
It's Dina.
And so I asked my son, I said, you ever heard of this game last? He was like, what? I'm like, yeah, you got to do it. So that's why I'm here. Very
But in this season, what are the things that you particularly resonate with? The themes that you get to explore as Issac that speak to you and hopefully you think will speak to people.
Oh my God, Issac is he's a lot. I'm not sure I want necessarily to be that guy when the camera's off. I mean, we talked a lot about making sure that it was clear that there was however perverse and seemingly deranged it is, there's a humanity about him. And I think that's what resonates with all of these characters is this complex humanness. So, Issac is, he's pretty straightforward. He's pretty rough. But at the same time, at least in his mind, the justification is that he's doing it for his people. Which is, he's a bit of a tribalist. I'm not sure that's the healthiest thing. I think we see a little bit too much of that in our world right now. What I love about this show, I know people take away from this show is this. They take away one another, I think the show connects people in a way that is just extraordinary. And particularly now, in a time, at least in our country, that is so weird and so divided, we don't agree on anything, but we can agree on this place. We can gather together and explore our common humanity together through this show. I think it's beautiful and critically important, particularly now. I think it's the responsibility of artists to do that, and this show does it beautifully. So take that away.
Just everyone on this panel was just looking at you.
I'm over here like, can you be my dad too?
Oh. Two is enough.
We spoke outside. It is Pedro Pascal's birthday today, which is why I'm here, because it's his birthday. So we were going to sing happy birthday, but
I forgot my phone.
Forgot her phone. There's something called Bella's phone up the back. There's one of the publicity people. Can you run it down? Can you run it down? Well, wait. If we're going to film it, we should film it. No? Have we got enough time? Probably not. If it gets here, we will. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh my goodness. It's going to happen. Here we go. Let us know when you're ready. Can we get some housewives, please? A little bit.
Should I put this on 0.5? How am I going to do this?
Yes. Do it like that. You should be in it.
Like this?
Yeah.
It's going to be in it too. Can we all just stand up?
Yeah, I'll get out of the way.
I'm really bad at this.
Do you want me to shoot it?
Yeah, you can shoot it.
Yeah, I'll shoot it. Alright. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pedro. Happy birthday to you.
security pouches be provided and keep them there for the duration of the episode. 2. Do not share spoilers or any details of tonight's screening in social media or anywhere else. I'll know if you do. I follow you on Instagram. You can't hide. You're watching everything. Such are the times. And now it's time for the premiere of season 2 of The Last